seeing the chance or the opportunity for progress can have a really productive, positive effect on your training or on whatever it is you're doing. It encourages you, it can motivate you to push harder and do more, and it kind of gives you a little bit of kind of validation for everything you've been doing. It also has the potential to blind you a little bit to the importance of sticking to the hard work portion of it and staying within the realm of what's going to get you to your final place, the final destination that you're working towards. It's really important not to let your progress cloud your judgment and say, well, I'm getting stronger, I should be able to do this and this and this, and hold it to some sort of expectation or standard. You have to keep yourself in check and make sure that you don't sacrifice the quality of what you're producing to rush the process. And I was reminded of that in this workout. I've been reminded of that in this life change that's been happening recently with the ending of school coming up and the starting of all these other opportunities. I want to make sure that the quality of what I'm producing stays the same. I don't want to change who I am or my mindset or my mentality just for the sake of this opportunity. Same thing with these squats. So you're going to see I hit a 495 for a set of 5 here, and I wasn't happy with them. They were too high. The depth wasn't solid. And so I come back afterwards, looked at that, said those didn't feel quite hard enough. I feel like I cheated them. I did, and I said, all right, I'm going to have to do that top set again. And I decided that it was worth it to do it, and it ended up being a much better set. I think mentally I was more prepared for it, and I was more convinced that it was going to be right or not done at all. So that's how you're going to see this progress. And the way it has been applying to the rest of this thought in my mind is when it comes to the idea of coaching and it comes to the idea of growing the channel. I do want it to grow, but I also don't want to try to rush it and make decisions, specifically with the channel. I don't want to try and go out and make a whole bunch of titled videos like how to squat with perfect form, because I don't believe in that idea. I don't believe there's perfect form. I believe there's a million ways to do it wrong, and I'd be all about the idea of helping to break down some of those misconceptions, but I will never produce something that will stand and make the claim that it is inarguably the only way to think about something or do something, or the absolute best way. Maybe the best way in my understanding or capability, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to try and snipe views, I guess, by just with some titling effects. And if that keeps me from getting to be a really huge channel, then so be it. I will be happy with what I have and putting as much work as I can into something that will get as big as it gets, with an ethical integrity that I just personally feel is necessary to stay true to it. I don't want people to come over here to this channel or to get my coaching services with some expectation of something that's inflated and not me. I want you to realize that what I produce is what I believe in and what I feel is necessary. That's why I structure my commentaries the way I do. That's why I structure these videos the way I do. I want them to be appealing to people, but I think that it has to be real and it has to be me, and I can't rush it. It has to progress on its own, and so that's just the approach I'm taking with lifting and with life, and that's just how it goes. So I do want to thank you all for being so supportive, and I'm excited to put more time and energy into the channel. I just want to make sure that other people know that it's not I just can't be gimmicky. It's not something that I'm about. It's not how I am as a person, and it's not how this channel will end up. So yeah, that's little, I guess it's kind of the heart of the video, but it's also a little tangential that it's not about the lifting. But a lot of you don't watch this because it's just about the lifting. So I appreciate that about my audience as well. You're going to see here is 315 for a set of 5. I misgrouped the second rep terribly, and it kind of just threw me off for the whole rest of the set. I was hoping to go a little higher than that, but I remembered the lesson I had just taught myself with the squats, that I didn't want to rush it if I wasn't ready yet, and I did pause all those where I've been doing a lot of touch and go reps recently. So the progress is there, it just may not be as obvious. Same with how my squats are definitely getting stronger, even though you'd see numbers in older videos where they'd be higher while I was wearing a belt, or I was wearing knee sleeves, or I was not working as as often, doing as many things, not as thinly spread, and was also not doing the amount of frequency and volume that I've been putting in now. Most of my workouts now, I'm pretty beat up from one to the next. I feel good enough to work hard, and you kind of get used to it, but I've definitely not feeling like I did back when I was doing, one session was lower, one session was upper, and they were split. You're just tired all the time in some degree, and you just move through it. And I think that's going to be better in the long run, because that's how I like to structure things. But that's just the situation. Quick update about everything that's going on with the coaching ideas. I've been taking all the comments and things that people have been putting in there. Thank you all so much for giving me your input. It's really important to me. I've been doing a lot of personal research too to see where that's all at. My starting date right now for when I'm going to start offering online services with coaching, program critique, video critique of people's techniques and stuff like that. I'm going to be offering all those services and many more. I'm going to start that on the 10th of December. That is my start date. That is the date that I've picked that everything's going to get ready to go, and that's when I'll start taking on clients and start taking on those other tasks. It's just going to take me that long to finish school and to get everything set up so that I'm ready to hit the ball rolling. I will release a video tomorrow or the next day discussing details of what the services are going to be, price ranges, and ratings, so that anybody who is interested in those, when they have some more information, can do whatever they need to be ready to go by the 10th, or figure out in the future if that's something that's going to work for them. So thank you all again. I know I've said it a lot of times, but I mean it every single time throughout this video and every other one. Your continued support is always appreciated. So are the subscriptions, the comments, the likes, all that stuff we ask for as YouTubers. It really does just help the channel. So the more that happens on these videos, the better the exposure gets, the more the channel grows, and the less fake I feel like anybody has to become to get their name out there. So thank you, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.